What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back. Now, in today's video, we've got a 1.5 million coin squad builder, 100 chemistry. Everyone's on full chemistry. And I'm also going to show you what formations you can play in game. Now, let's get straight into the video. 1.5 million. You can buy an array of players. Now, if you've seen the title of this video, you would know that it's like a 3-league hybrid, potentially even 4. But the first card I want to go in, of course, is Son. Look, he's just too good to say no. I think, look, if anyone who's got, I would say, upwards to 500k coins to 1 million, you got to have him in your team. The only player that I think can actually help finish the chances, whereas others miss, this 5-star, 4-star, can play Lamb, Ram, Cam, Striker, can basically play anywhere along the front 4. Very, very good. Loads of goals, and he plays for Cam, by the way, for me. Benyetta's up front. Top tier cards. I don't think there's anything that needs to be said about him. Put a Hunter on him. Probably one of the best cards, gold cards in the game. There's not a shadow of doubt behind that. Now, the next card I want to go with is Regulon. Now, the reason why we have to do this is because this is the only way to get Son on chemistry. If I had a choice, I'll play Robertson, but it's better to have Son on 10 than to have him on 8 chemistry. And Regulon, I'll be honest, I used him for a very long time. 83 games, 3k. He's actually a fantastic card. He's high work rate. He can play as a left mid or right mid in a 3-5-2. And he's got really good pace, decent agility and balance, and good defending. So perfect, I would say, for a left back, in my opinion. Then we're going to go to one of the best centre mids in the game. I made my million coin squad builder where I had Goretzka, and I had the likes of Goretzka and Llorente together. Now, Llorente, look, if you have under 150k right now and you're looking for a centre mid, this is the guy to go to. Best midfield, I would say, in the game in terms of goal cards. There are some cards that are better, but I think he's the best goal card in my opinion. Price performance, high, medium, 4-star weak foot, stats speed. Look at his sprint speed. He can play CDM, he can play centre mid. You can even offload him as a left mid or right mid, left back, right back. Even potentially play him as a CDM or a centre back even. But he's got really good stand tackling, good interceptions, and decent defensive awareness. Lacks his slide tackles, but who really slide tackles nowadays? Balance lets him down a little bit, but he still feels like an absolute tank. Can pass, can shoot outside the box. 81 finishing, 9 stamina, can do everything on a pitch. There is absolutely no reason you won't have him in. Now we go over to the striker. So we've actually gone with Dembele. Now Dembele, I would think price performance is probably the best, I would say, striker inside the game. Simply because we know Dembele, every single year he's always been the card to go to, the 5-star. Of course, you want to put a shadow on Llorente, but with Dembele, I try to Hunter on him. He's actually pretty good, but I would say put a finisher on him. Get his finishing up, get his agility and balance up, and I think he's got the pace ready. He's 5-star, high, medium, perfect work rates for any Cam, Lamb, or even a second striker or striker. Cam's a bit of a meh because his passing isn't the best, but he can definitely play that role. It's not like he can't play it, but probably the best price performance card. He's 40k now, so I don't think you're going to really get anyone better. Now, to bring it together, we've gone with Valverde. Now, Valverde is going to be alongside, one is for chemistry, but obviously Llorente is high medium, right? So you want the kind of the opposite. So what you want to do is you want to put Valverde in, and obviously don't forget he's medium high in comparison, and I think he's a really good player. Well, actually, sorry, he's high this year. Apologies, high. But the most important thing is the high defensive work rates. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if it's a high, medium, or high, medium high, or low high. As long as you've got the high defensive work rates, it's the most important thing for CDM. If he's got low defensive work rates, of course, won't work. Medium, get the job done, but you want high. That's how you get that 10-10 positioning. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, an absolute tank. Got the sprint speed, got the decent shot power, long shots, really good short passing and long passing, really good physical, and really good defending. Decent dribbling, balances him down a little bit, but I think you put a shadow on him. You got one of the best CDMs in the game, or one of the best centre mids in the game for the goal card. Maybe Kante is the only card that's better than him. In some ways, he's better than Kante because of the pace. Obviously, Kante is better overall, but that's probably the only card that's really better than him. And then to bring this all together and to bring the chemistry together, we're going with Mostovoy. Now, I'll be honest, Mostovoy is a card where he can play anywhere. He isn't the fastest of cards, I won't lie. I won't lie, but I think he's a really good card. You know, he's got a 5-star weak foot, 5-star, 4-star. I kind of think of him, I look like Nedved. Look at him thinking like Nedved. He's got the flare, and that's pretty much it. Hasn't got the outside of foot shot trait, so it's beneficial for a 5-star weak foot not to have the outside of foot shot trait. High, medium, 5-star, 4-star. He's basically like a Nedved without the pace. Now, if you've got the money, of course, go ahead and buy a Nedved. But he gets 10 chemistry. You put a Hunter on him, he gets 88 sprint speed. So he's not that bad as a left mid or a right mid. Or you can even play him as cam or even as a second striker. So with a Hunter, he's definitely a good card. I will lean towards more of a left mid, right mid. Is really, really quite good. He's quite tall as well. So he's good for like a 4-4-2, left mid, right mid. And that, of course, brings the chemistry together. And then for the right-hand side, we go in Messi. Yes, it's a high majority of our budget. But Mbappe is obviously like up here. Then you have Messi. Then Neymar has been significantly nerfed this year. So definitely Messi goes into the team. Probably I got debated actually yesterday. I actually packed Di Maria and I thought it was Messi was about to have a heart attack. But that was swiftly short-lived. But yeah, 4-star, 4-star, medium low. But put him on stay forward as a cam or a striker. Put a Hunter on him. You want him, ideally, him to have 10 chemistry. One of the best cards in the game, if not probably one of the top 5 gold cards. Maybe Mbappe and Ronaldo are better than him. Is Ronaldo better than him? That's even debatable. So definitely top 3 gold cards in the game. There's not a shadow of doubt with that. Now, Hakimi goes to right back. Now, if you haven't got money, let's say, for example, you're going to see this team might go a bit above budget. But if you haven't got money for this, Hakimi, just go ahead and buy a Nuno, because Hakimi is very expensive considering he's 150k for a right back, one of the best right backs in the game, but he's very, very expensive. So if you can't afford him, just put the left back Nuno, the one from PSG. That left back Nuno fits in very, very well here. For a defensive line now, we've gone with Kimpembe just to keep in the chemistry, but I think he's an exceptional card. I think to say no to him, I mean, I can't imagine why you'd want to say no to him. Fantastic card. Can do basically just about everything. Got decent agility and balance. High defensive work rates being the main thing. And he's got a pace. You put a shadow on him. And you definitely got one of the best cards there. And for the other one, we've got Marquinhos. Now, this defensive line does push it just a bit out of budget. But what I would say is if you haven't got the coins to buy Marquinhos and Kimpembe, you can always buy Neuer, Klosterman, and Kanji, Neuer, Klosterman, Lacroix. You can always mix it up. You might have to play a playoff chemistry, but you can always mix it up. And then you have Marquinhos over here. I think he's an absolute beast of a card. Same thing with Kimpembe, medium-high work rate. It's fantastic. You got 2 medium highs for the centre backs. I think it's the perfect positioning. For most of you guys, they've got the strength, they've got the height, they've got everything you want. And of course, they've got the sprint speed and they've got the defense stats to say for it. And of course, Marquinhos actually has really, really good defending. Remember, he was out last year for CDM. So he's a very, very good at driven passes. And to bring it together, we've gone Donnarumma. Again, if you haven't got the coins, you want to reduce this even more further, you can go with Navas. But of course, Donnarumma, of course, gives the hyperlinks, not the hyperlinks, the green link, should I say, together. So how does it all look like in game? And I'll show you how it plays as well. So if we go over here, you can see that's how it will look. Everyone gets 100 chemistry, par Dembele. Dembele is the only card that doesn't get the chemistry, but everyone else does. All you got to do is get a French manager like Vieira, whoever you want to get. And as you can see, Dembele will get 7. And it's still no one else better than him. You can get Isaac here if you really, really want to, but I'll be honest, Dembele is much better. As I said to you, all you got to do is get the Nuno card here. Just get the Nuno card here. You bring it down by that much. And if you really want to save money, you can go with Neuer, Klosterman, and you can go with anyone else here. There isn't really that much. Upamecano will be there, but then Klosterman gets 8 chemistry, and so does Upamecano. So it's up to you how you really want to do it. That can reduce it significantly. Otherwise, another recommendation that I would say for a very cheap end, let's say you got no money whatsoever, Pope Wan-Bissaka, yes, he's still fantastic in centre-back and Walker. In fact, I'm using both Walker and Wan-Bissaka as my centre-backs right now. So whoever tells you anything otherwise, don't listen to them, because I'm using them right now in my team. And trust me, they're definitely the best centre-backs I'm using right now. Perfect, because they've both got high defensive work rate. So in-game, we're talking about, let's play the 4-2-3-1. This is going to be my tactical setup. It's up to you really how you want to do it. If it was up to me, down to personal preference, I would go Messi Cam. Must avoid as a winger. You got the 2 5-star weak foots on the outside, and then I would put Son and striker. That's the way that I will line it up if I'm playing the 4-2-3-1. 4-4-2 very similarly, except for you can have must avoid in striker if you really want to, but of course I'm definitely going to go with the likes of putting Messi on stay forward. And obviously on conservative interceptions to save that stamina. But that's the way that I'll do it if I was playing that. If we go ahead to the 3-5-2, which is the formation I've been using quite a lot. you can play Messi and thinking together. You can even play Dembele and striker if you want to. And then what I'll do is I'll put Reguilon, because he's got high work rates, as left mid. You can put Hakimi, but he's a bit better defensively, so just leave him in right back. But of course, you can put Hakimi there if you want to as well. And that's our lineup in a 3-5-2. If you really want to, you can even put Messi cam and put Dembele in striker again. It's completely up to you in regards to that as well. And if we're going to go over the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, the exact same thing. Similarly, one of these guys has to drop to midfield. You put Mostovoy. Now, Mostovoy can actually... He's actually got really good... When you put a shadow on, I'll give you a little bit of secret. When you put a shadow on him, he's actually a really good cut for centre mid. I wanted to show you something. He's got the heading accuracy, which is not that important, but he's also got decent defensive awareness and decent slide tackling. So he actually can play centre mid. It's not like he categorically can't. So he's kind of like Nedved. You know, Nedved hasn't... You don't want to play Nedved in centre mid, of course, but if you have to move someone, you'll move him. So he's actually not a bad player. If you talk about the 4-3-2-1, and then it's the exact same... the 4-3-2-1, it's the exact same thing in that respect, except for what I'll do is I'll put Messi in striker, and I'll put Dembele in right wing, something like that, and Valverde in the middle, and that's the way that I'll link it up. Anyways, that is of course the 1.5 million coin team. Thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.